Hello, Internet. My name is Catherine Barsonistis, and you're watching the Gluttonous Geek Presents Munchies and Minis, my weekly cooking show where I make recipes based off of various tabletop role-playing games such as Pathfinder, Shadowrun, and, as in today's recipe, Dungeons & Dragons. So, today's recipe actually comes from, well, a Dragon magazine article, all the way from 2012, issue number 418. The article, Incident Instant. How I discovered this? Well, it was when I first started doing any kind of Dungeons & Dragons based recipes. And that's when I found the Power Scores Guide to Food and Drink. And it's really just this entire blog post that keeps getting updated, mind you. Just full of the food mentioned in Dungeons & Dragons source books. It doesn't mention everything though, because it doesn't really account for the Volo's guides to, well, pretty much all over the Forgotten Realms, but considering that those PDFs are a little bit more difficult to find a hold of, I'm not really holding it against them, and also considering that those books are no longer in print, I'm not holding that against them either. However, the Incident Instant article, I highly recommend it. You can actually find a scan of it on Scribd. Just look up Dragon Magazine, issue 418, Incident Instant. It should pop it up into your search history. It should do something. Anyway, in this particular article, Incident Instant, it's as it sounds. It's an article where you can create taverns for your game, pretty much like that, or technically, since this is Dungeons & Dragons, it's a couple of dice rolls, or if you happen to be using an electronic dice macro thing, it's probably a lot less work than even that. In this particular article, you have tables that are just full of innkeeper names, innkeeper races, locations, hidden secrets, and all the way in the back of the article, my favorite part, food. The food specials and drink specials are all on rollable tables that are easy to find via what particular environment this tavern happens to be in. Today's recipe comes from the Woodland food special rolling table thing for Honey-Braised boar ribs. Now, you're thinking, where did you get boar? I didn't. I got baby back ribs from Kroger because they were on sale, and chances are, if I don't want to spend a crap ton of money on boar ribs, neither do you. So, besides, I'm not getting that much from my Patreon. So I've got here a big old 3-pound rack of baby back ribs that we're going to be cooking today in the pressure cooker, because otherwise ribs take a long time, y'all, especially if you happen to be cooking them on a stream. In fact, you probably don't want to sit here watching me twiddle my thumbs for the next 3 hours. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go 2 hours, because not only are we making these ribs, I've got some English muffins that I need to finish up for my the last blog post I have going for this particular month. And I also have my brother and his fiance getting married in my backyard this weekend, weather permitting. So I said that I'd be making lemonade, and dang it, I'm making lemonade. Not just any lemonade, I've got a big fat stack of Thai basil. I'm making Thai basil lemonade, my favorite. So, I've been blathering on quite a bit. I should probably start cooking, shouldn't I? Right, let's do that. So, first, you got your big old rack of ribs. We're just gonna stick that on a carving board for now, and seriously hope that it doesn't dirty up the rest of my kitchen, which it probably will. What am I kidding? I'm just gonna stick that there for now. We're gonna stick that over here for now, because we in fact have a few other things to do before we get that out of its package, being making our spice rub. So I decided with the whole kind of woodland thing, I would try to make it not just a brown sugar rub, but I would do some things that would be a little bit more common to a woodland kind of medieval style tavern. So what I have instead is some brown mustard powder. We're just gonna be putting an amount in there once I get my darn measuring spoons out. All right, we're gonna be putting 2 teaspoons of brown mustard powder into about 3/4 cups of brown sugar. So 1 and 2. Then, garlic powder. We're going to be adding 2 teaspoons. What a coincidence. 1 and 2. Don't need that anymore. And now it's for the stuff that isn't powdered already. So for that, you can either take a coffee grinder, which I'm not gonna, or you can do it the more authentic way, or as I like to say, the more impressive to watch way, or I wouldn't say more impressive, probably more relaxing to watch way, by using our mortar and pestle. So, to our mortar and pestle bowl, we are going to be adding about a teaspoon of rubbed sage, a tablespoon of dried chives, and 2 teaspoons of lapsang souchong tea. In this case, it'd be 2 bags, because that's about roughly the amount of tea leaves that are in each bag of tea. And if you're wondering what the heck is lapsang souchong, it is also well known as Russian caravan tea. It's black tea that has been smoked. So this is how we're going to get that nice smoky flavor without having to A, use liquid smoke, or B, smoke up that tiny little apartment kitchen you might have. So, I mean, they're kind of powdery already from the look of it, but I'm just going to grind it up a little bit more because I want to have this be a little bit more, uniform for when I put this on our ribs. We're also going to be using this as the main spice blend for our apple butter and honey-based barbecue sauce. So, just going to grind that up best we can while giving myself carpal tunnel in the process. Yeah. Sage and lapsang actually smell really nice together. There we go, just a little bit more. All right, I think that is about as good as we're gonna get it without hurting myself. So, just gonna take that mix there, pour it straight into the spice rub we were working on earlier. And we're just gonna blend that together with a spoon until it is thoroughly combined. And what is a spice rub without salt, which I totally forgot to include? We're going to be including about a tablespoon of kosher salt. There we go. That seems like a lot. Well, you'd be right. But it's okay because about half of this is going to be going onto our ribs. The other half, or at this rate, I'm seeing how much it actually is. Probably a quarter is going to go into our barbecue sauce. So, just gonna. That's good. So I'm gonna take about half of this. think that's roughly about half. Yeah, it looks about that. And I'm going to set this to the side because that's going to go into our barbecue sauce. Half of it might, a quarter of it might. Considering that we have a really sweet barbecue sauce to begin with, we will see how that works out. So, got our spice rub mixed together, and I realize I forgot to add something. That is a teaspoon of black pepper. Since we already blended that in, I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon into each bowl. This is what happens when you handwrite your recipes and they go, oh, I put that in the margin. Crap. So, there you go. Okay, spice rub. Spice rub, spice rub. Holy, holy spice rub. Okay. Then, we have our pressure cooker pot. I am doing this here instead of in the actual pressure cooker because then I don't have to lug the big thing back and forth and try to fit it underneath this camera. Thing is, like I said about the Into the Instant article earlier, there are paired drink specials to go along with the food specials in this article. Paired drink that happens to go with the Honey-Braised boar ribs is spiced cider. That's why we are including apple juice and apple cider vinegar in our pot, and we're going to be doing a apple butter and honey-based barbecue sauce. It's going to be super sweet. What can I say? So, to the pot, you're going to add about a cup of apple juice. So this is a 1/4 cup measuring cup. 1, 2, 3. And 4, and a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. 1, and 2. Okay. And I might just end up putting an extra splash in there, but we'll see how we do with our ribs. Okay. So, got that. And that means it's time to prep our ribs. If it seems like I'm going kind of fast, it's because the majority of the cooking time on this recipe is taken up by being in the pressure cooker on its own. That's why we're going to be doing a little bit more than just working on that tonight. And also, like I said, I've got the end of the month this weekend, and I still need to make the Penrose's smoked salmon Benedict for my blog to be able to make the quota for my Patreon subscribers. I've already made the dough for the biscuits, but I still English muffins, but I still need to cut them, let them rise, and bake them, and that takes some time. Time I have not really had, admittedly, during the weekends when I really should be doing this. So, we're going to be making the biscuits tonight, and I'll probably be making the smoked salmon Benedict for dinner on Friday evening. Hey, maybe we can try it with some of that marmalade I made earlier this week. Oh. All right, so clearing off the workspace. To prep our ribs. Okay, so we'll grab our carving board here. One of our carving boards, that is. And just gonna take a steak knife, because I don't use them that often. Cut this package open. Yeah. Okay. about 3 pounds of baby back ribs. There we go. Drain out the excess blood. And cool. All right. Just gonna just a quick pat down. Paper towel. And now we're gonna get messy. So, just gonna coat this entire thing with this gorgeous, gorgeous spice rub. Probably should have put paper towels down first. Actually, hey babe. Sweetie. Carter. My husband, who has his headphones in right now while cleaning. Hey love, can you help me out? Can you put paper towels underneath this, please? Even though I already got some stuff on it. I'll give it a little bit more of a thorough clean. Thank you, my dear. Okay. So yes. Oof. And you can see, well, yes, it's a lot of spice rub. A lot goes a little way in this particular case. We might actually end up using half of what we have left to be able to coat this entire thing. Okay, that is one side. This yeah, it looks like they already removed most of the membrane. Alright, so now that we've got that, I will switch us to the stove cam so you can see what I'm doing. Just gonna go the other way because that would be awesome. Ah, yes. Wrap it up in there like so. Get all of this stuff off my hands. Okay. Cool. The pot's in there. Just gonna add a bit more of that spice rub to the top like so. can afford it, because honestly, I've got quite a bit of it. Yeah, we'll put about roughly a tablespoon of honey just in the pot like that. Cover it up. Man, where are you? Make sure it's all sealed up. And now, I'm going to plug the thing in. And just so you can see what I'm doing, I am just going to figure out how camera angles work. Where are you? Ah, yes, here we are. Ah, hope I didn't make you sick. So, I'm going to be doing pressure cook, or it should be your standard cook function on an Instant Pot. And I'm going to put this in for, how long did I actually just write down? 25 minutes. Yes. Stay in there, please. Gah. I'm bad at this. I am so sorry. Yep. Start. And as you can see, it's going to take a while for that pressure to build up. So that's why it's good that I have some of these other things to do in the meantime. Like getting this very dirty cutting board off my prepped station. And cleaning all this excess spice rub off my workspace. Okay. And since my hands got up all over that thing, it's going straight to the sink. Oh, eh. Okay. Right. And thing is, most electric pressure cookers will not even start their cook time yet until it has come to full pressure, which, yeah, it's gonna be a while till we get there. So, in the meantime, ladies and jelly spoons, I am gonna go ahead and mix together my barbecue sauce. So, right. Yes. Just gonna go ahead and measure out our barbecue sauce recipe. So, just to my saucepan here, I am gonna be putting in a 1/4 cup. Pardon. So I find a clean 1/4 cup. 1/3 cup. That's 1/8 of a cup. It'll all work out. Yep. Spoon. There we go. Oh, thanks for the likes, folks. Right. So you're gonna need about a 1/4 cup of apple butter. I might just end up making a double recipe at this point. Just, you know. Quarter cup of honey. What am I doing? 1/8 of a cup is 2 tablespoons, equaling about an ounce. So about 1/8 of a cup of apple cider vinegar, and where did I put my tomato paste? Here it is. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now I might actually water this down before reducing it. Remember, squeeze like a toothpaste tube, not like your impatience makes you. Should have bought more tomato paste. Get back here. All right. Yeah, imagine if your toothpaste tube was made out of metal. That's what. Get back here. Do as I tell you. All right. We're gonna add about half of that. I'm just going to give that a quick taste with a spoon that's not that one. Okay. So, we're definitely going to need more apple cider vinegar. I know I wrote this recipe down beforehand, but it's still kind of a work in progress. So. Spoon. Much better. Just add all of that. I'm going to add a bit of water so we can make this into a reduction. So, eyeballing this is about a 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to do another big old tablespoon, or at least as much out of this tube of tomato paste as we can get. Yeah. There we go. And I'm just gonna move to the stove. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to put that on medium. Melt and reduce. Give that a whisk. Oh. sometimes the seal on my pressure cooker doesn't really quite pop closed, so seal up. It'll figure it out. Okay. Yep. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Okay. Hey, Strike. Good to see you. Come on. 2, 3. Oh, all right. Spoon rest. Where did my extra spoon rest go? Ah, here we are. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that come to a boil, and then we're gonna simmer it down for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, that means I can go ahead and clean some stuff up, as well as I need to, what's it called? Correct my darn recipe. Come on. I guess the pressure itself is going to seal that up. Oh well, okay. It looks like we're coming to a bit of a simmer. It's correcting the recipe. So it's going to be quarter cup of tomato paste. Let's go with, I think that was about 3/8 of a cup apple cider vinegar and a quarter cup of water. All right, it looks like we are coming to a simmer. That is driving me crazy, I'm not gonna lie. All right. Oh, I should turn this fan on because it's also very warm in my kitchen. There it is. I don't know if that's gonna help it, babe. You know, other than just, it's very hot. It obviously hasn't come to pressure yet. If I try to undo it, it's gonna blow off. Please don't. Oh. So, okay. Apparently I don't have the arm strength to close my own pressure cooker. Whew, warm. Right? Cool. All right, so we are boiling and bubbling away on our sauce. So I'm just going to put that down to low. Kind of, well, about medium low. Kind of let that simmer and reduce for about, we'll go about 5 minutes, see how it looks then. Right, in the meantime, ladies and jelly spoons. Time to get going on those English muffins. So there's this game called the Spectrum Retreat, which has a very similar feel, believe it or not, to Portal. Strike says, oh hi, so my plan is to be in Atlanta from the 1st to the 12th of September. Woohoo! That means you'll be around for Dragon Con a week after. Yay! That makes me very happy. Maybe we'll have a get-together thing. Oh my gosh, that means we're gonna have like, every weekend of September is gonna be social. Every weekend. Well, except for the last one. Well, no, every weekend. Because, okay, so there's Dragon Con. then you're going to be in town strike. And chances are everyone will want to hang out that weekend. And the weekend after that is Gen Con. And the weekend after that, Goblin Katie and Sean and I are planning a kind of geeky cookout thing. So yeah, September's gonna be nuts. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, there is this game called Spectrum Retreat, where you kind of wake up in this kind of creepy sort of Art Deco style hotel and realize it's a simulation. But the thing is, you eat the same breakfast each day, and it is smoked salmon eggs Benedict. And the thing is, if you've been following my blog at all, you know that I've made, what's it called? I have definitely made hollandaise sauce quite a bit. I've made poached eggs quite a bit. However, what I have not done is make English muffins. So I am making some English muffins with rosemary and sage to kind of help jog one's memory. So, got my dough and a spatula. And I didn't realize how so much of this is going to be sitting and waiting. Let's just get this thing of dough that I had rising for about 18 hours before I put it in the fridge. And do I have any flour ready to go? I don't. Babe? Can you get me some flour, please? I love you. I don't need that much, just, you know, a couple of scoopfuls. Whew. I probably should put my hair back because it's warming up already in my kitchen, and there's only a small little thing of barbecue sauce simmering at the moment. Well, it was simmering. Oof. But the stovetop had gone out. That was why it's no longer simmering. So I'm just going to bring that down to... Now it's simmering! Yay! Alright. It's kind of an apple butter and honey base. With lapsang souchong tea, sage, garlic, mustard. It smells pretty awesome. The spice blend tastes amazing, so we'll see how that all works out. That means I can put some of the stuff away, like my apple cider vinegar. Don't need that anymore. I'm gonna hold on to the apple juice because I'm gonna want myself a cocktail soon. All right, how you doing? Yeah, that's a good, very low bubble. We're just gonna let that do that to reduce some, because I did add some water to it to kind of sort of have it meld and melt a little bit. All right, so got big old thing of English muffin dough that I had rising quite a while. Thank you, my love. Which I totally did not just kind of adapt the hell out of other people's English muffin recipes because I'd never actually done it before. I totally did that. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what all of us do. I haven't made this thing before. Let's find somebody who does know how to make it. Okay, I see that. How can I make this more mine? So, alright. Dough. In a bowl. Now no longer in a bowl. All right. Woo. And give that a quick dust over. Or I let it rest for about 10 minutes. probably don't have to go that long, considering that I, what was it? Almost tripped over a stool. Because I've already had it sitting out on my countertop already for the past half an hour or so. But it is coming more back to room temp, which it needs to be anyway before it can start its second rise. So, that means I can do what food bloggers do, and that is take photos that we hope you'll pay attention to. So, camera. And if you're thinking, oh, well, you're being incredibly non-cautious with that DSLR there, it's because this is my old one. And, can you hear me? The batteries are plugged in there, babe. My super nice camera, which I bought the body with my stimulus check, is upstairs with my gorgeous photo setup for my ribs. Speaking of which, let's check on that sauce. See how we doing. Do we need to take that off and let it sit? Almost there. I'm going to just put another 2 minutes on that. Let it do its thing while I take some pictures. So yeah, like I said, a lot of food blogging stuff is the whole, okay, how can I fit photo taking and all of this? And normally I do that if I'm not doing a blog post thing at the same time. I'm using a tripod around now. But I am technically my prep photo tripod is the one that's holding that main camera up. So there we go. Don't need. I mean, I know why a lot of other food bloggers try to make the prep photos all pretty and stuff, but I don't have time for that. I mean, I'm streaming as well as running a food blog, so no, I'm not gonna make my husband take pictures of me dipping my spoon into a thing of batter. We ain't got time for that. No. All right, let's see how our sauce is doing. It is right past that last little point. All right. That is looking pretty darn good. So, I'm just gonna give that a quick taste. And hey, if you want to taste things multiple times and not have to use multiple spoons while still keeping everything quite sanitary, get yourself a little bowl. This is how the Japanese do it. Put some of that sauce in your bowl and then drink from the bowl. That's good. I'm just gonna add a touch more honey. Give it that honey flavor. And I would hazard a guess of that being about 1/8 of a cup or 2 tablespoons more of honey into our mix. Perfection. Okay. So, our sauce is done. So, now I'm just gonna put a lid on that and stick that over here to just keep it warm until it is time for our ribs to be finished, which they're gonna be done in the pressure cooker in about 15 minutes. However, the final bit is that we're gonna be, what's it called? Words. I can think of them. I might be able to think of them. Words. Yes, at first it's gonna take around, I hate to say it, like 10 minutes for it to naturally release, because I have to first release, I have to turn it off to just kind of let the pressure die down a bit in the pressure cooker. And then it takes a while for all of that pressure to quick release. So once that's done, I'm going to be putting these ribs under the broiler with some that barbecue sauce on it to kind of crisp up and caramelize it very nicely, like you would get on, you know, the grill, which we are not using, obviously, because we're indoors. Yeah, that takes time. In the meantime, I think I have some English muffins that I need to cut out. So, I'm going to add a bit more flour to make it slightly less sticky. Then, I'm going to lightly roll it, just so it's a little bit more of an even thickness. So, we're going to want to cut about 8 of these out. This we may or may not actually be finished with by the end of the stream. We shall see. But hey, I also have lemonade to make. So, okay, that's looking pretty good. It's about too thin. Squish that out a way bit more. I actually didn't read my instructions until I saw, oh, it has to be an inch thickness. No, we're gonna squish it to an inch. There we go. That's about an inch thick. Cool. Right, I should get a picture of that. With a biscuit cutter on top. Alright. Picture. No, I don't want that. No flash. I turned you off already. Okay. That's why it automatically turned on, because the cap was still on. Got it. Alright. Picture. What are you doing? No. Flash disabled. Alright, there's that. I think the picture might actually look better if I get a few rounds cut. So, we're just going to press down. 2, 3, 4. Pull this up. Seriously? And in case you're wondering, yes, I am going to be reforming these. Alright, I should have got a picture of that. It looks kind of messed up, like I've got a giant pile of... Looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy just kind of took a dump on my workspace. There we go. I'm not kidding, it really does. Okay. Luckily, I only got the edge of that. It's, there we go. See what I mean? Okay. Get off of there. not too worried about the shape on these, considering that they're going to be rising for under 45 minutes anyway. And they'll end up smoothing out on their own. Want it to rise kind of, evenly. So, there we go. Since that is the flour side, I'm just going to flip that like that. Okay. There we go. Hey, get off of there. Right. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Besides, I've got 4 more to cut anyway, and I might actually get more out of this stat from the look of it. Actually might get a dozen out of this batch, come to think of it. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, let's get that flour back on there. Actually, I probably don't even need the rolling pin. I could probably just press this out. No, we'll still roll. Okay, and you can see the herbs coming out now, I imagine. Well, not imagine, you can actually see that. It's roughly about an inch thick. So, there's 1 and 2. Well, that one's looking a lot better. Aha, there we go. Much better. Got a picture of that. Along with my dilapidated muffins. Thick. Yeah. I mean, I will admit I'm kind of tempted to re-roll and cut the rest of these. I might just do that. Let's see what I can get out of these first. Yep. All right, let's see what we can make out of these. go. Yeah, that is looking much prettier. Okay. How's that one looking? That one looks fine. Right. Let's see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 2 more at least to justify this. Right. Here's 1. And 2. Quite honestly, 3. All right, cool. So, now that I've got some pretty looking English muffins, or at least the dough, get rid of this, or just stick that in there for now. I'm gonna grab a baking sheet. I'm not actually gonna bake these, but I do want these rise for me. That's going to be too small. I have a clean baking sheet. Oh, what am I kidding? There's going to be parchment paper on this anyway. So, move back to the stove. Line that. With some parchment paper. And I'm just going to do a quick thing. I'm going to turn the oven on for about 200 degrees for a total of, let's go for about 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to turn the oven off, so it's going to be nice and warm for me to put this baking sheet full of English muffins in there so they rise just a little bit faster, even though, to be honest with you, it's pretty darn warm in my kitchen right now. Not as warm as it has been, thank goodness. Our AC actually broke, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago. Luckily, we are working on a replace motor right now, but as a result, we kind of have to be careful with how much the AC is blasting, which is difficult considering that we've been having 100-degree days lately, or if it hasn't been marked as that, it certainly feels like it because of the humidity. It's been full-on thunderstorms, I want to say, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, which is also why my herbs have, my herb garden is more of a wilted mulch garden at the moment. Let's see. Ah, here we are. And also why we still haven't mowed the lawn yet. Which is kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little scary considering that, my brother is getting married in my backyard this weekend. All right, the oven's nice and warm. I'm going to set a timer on my oven for about 45 minutes. I'm not going to keep it in there the entire time because I still need to broil my ribs. But this way, I at least remember it's in there before I turn on the broiler. So, there is that. All right, get all that flour off of me. What was that timer for? Ah, the ribs are done. So, since my ribs in the pressure cooker are in fact finished cooking, I'm just going to stop and unplug the whole thing. I have to let it naturally release turned off for the next 10 minutes. Like so. However, I'm not going to leave you completely high and dry with nothing to watch me do. So, I'm just going to do a wee bit of cleanup. And then I'm going to be making the Thai basil lemonade that I'm going to be serving at my brother's wedding this weekend. Quite frankly, I mean, with the, what's it called? With working on blog stuff and housework and all that, I am not going to have time to do any extra cooking. But as long as we're good and don't drink all of the lemonade, or don't drink any of it, until Saturday, we should be good. So, just clean off my workspace. There's a shit ton of flour on here. Whew. So don't need you anymore. You can go here. You can go away too. And you as well. Spoon goes here. Might end up making myself a cocktail in a little bit. Especially since I have all this leftover apple juice. I'm just not really sure what liquors we have left. Which reminds me, we need to hit up Costco soon for this weekend. So you don't need this anymore. It can go in here. Okay. I talked myself through cleaning. Hey, Sean. Sean Banerjee says, I'm going to drink all of that lemonade. But it's for my brother's wedding lemonade. It's too bad I don't have another large pitcher, otherwise I'd make a double batch. And that's the sad thing, I actually have enough lemon juice. I have enough lemon juice, I think, to make a double batch. I just only have 1 gallon pitcher. Hey Cutie is cooking. Hello, Alan Carmi. I have no idea who you are, but thank you for calling me cute. Oh gosh. But yes, my brother and his girlfriend of, God, I want to say 5 or 6 years. They are getting married in my backyard this Saturday. And it's kind of funny because my husband's gonna be the officiant. And we spent last weekend writing out the entire ceremony, and it's gonna be hilarious. See, are we gonna feel like we can get you another picture? Awesome, you cooking for it? Thankfully, no. However, we are going to have some snacks available, as well as, you know, some drinks to do some toasting. I make a mean Thai basil lemonade. I normally use pineapple sage, but I haven't gotten around to harvesting yet, and I don't feel like washing bugs off herbs today. So the ceremony is going to be fun. We totally put a ton of Hitchhiker's Guide and Lego movie references into it. They are super excited. They are big old nerds like we are. It was funny because when my husband sent the picture of the, what's it called? Universal Life Church certificate that Carter had gotten, he's going, I got it. I'm also looking up Jedi robes. We're not doing Jedi robes. Yeah, I'm not cooking for the wedding because we're going to be going to a tapas place for dinner afterwards, and it's going to be pretty crazy because I think there's going to be about 14 people in this little restaurant after COVID stuff. My aunt's visiting from Dubai, so I get to see her, which I kind of hope I get to see her this Friday. I know she was talking about kind of having a girls' night thing, so that would be kind of awesome. That's where I got mine from too. You know, he can go into jails now that he is a priest. I did not know that. That's kind of hilarious. I don't think we know anybody in jail though. So yeah. Let's see. All right, camera. That's the thing. Right. I was gonna make myself a drink, but I'm also gonna make lemonade. Yes, lemonade. Let's see if I have a clean saucepan. I'm sure I do somewhere. Let's see here. And I just realized I forgot to get all the sugar for my lemonade. But that's okay, because we have time. We have plenty of time. But I did, sorry for the loud noises, I did, in fact, do dishes this morning. So, saucepan, holy saucepan. Boom. All right, let's go to our stove can. Okay, so, when I normally make lemonade, it's usually about 4 cups simple syrup, 4 cups, 4 cups sugar, 4 cups water, and whatever the heck I'm flavoring it with. I usually kind of basically make a tea, and then add stuff. Add sugar, essentially. See, isn't that funny? Damn girl, do you squat? I've done 2 weddings. So far as officiant, it's pretty fun, awesome. No, I don't squat, but I used to do belly dancing. So, yes, I'm kind of flexible, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I just turned 35, so I guess this is kind of a feat. I'm not entirely sure. I'm new to this whole being 35 thing, as in a week. Yeah, today, I am a week over 35. So, right. So, yes, water. I'm going to send my husband for 4 cups of sugar because he loves me and he's awesome. And I think he's just waiting for ribs right now. I don't blame him. Yeah. Water, yes. Oh. I'm having my age questioned in the comments, by the way, if y'all are watching on Facebook. So, thing is, I'm half Romanian. And the thing is, if you're Eastern European in any way, what oftentimes with aging is either you stay looking stupidly young until you hit about 70, or I want to say you hit about 65, and then you start showing, like, then it starts all coming to you, but even then, it's not really quite. I mean, to give you an idea, my dad is almost 70, and he looks like he's in his, I want to say late 50s. Yeah, so that's to give you an idea. But yeah, my aunt is actually coming to visit this weekend. Well, she's technically in town. She lives in Dubai. She's in town now. And it's kind of funny because she apparently I look just like her, so I'm getting kind of an idea of how I'm supposed to age over the next 20, 30 years. And I know it sounds incredibly egotistical, but I kind of like what I see. That was my husband giving thumbs up to Alan Carmi saying, lucky husband. Oh, how I'm going to age over the next 20, 30 years, yeah. Yeah. No, I've had, sounds really bad. I'm sounding so egotistical right now. I've had a friend of mine tell me that he's worried about me, like how his grandsons are going to be around me, which is a little scary in some respects. Okay, so I'm just bringing that to a boil, and I'm going to get that big fat stack of Thai basil out of my fridge, which hopefully I'll remember that I have before. I'll tell you what, Sean, I'll make another batch of syrup and put that in a pitcher so it's ready to go for another batch of lemonade. So we'll, don't worry, I'm not going to leave you out. Ooh, what was that timer for? Oh, that timer was for the pressure cooker, right, okay, so, now I just need to pray to Estia. Got us a fire and bacon, all right. Quick release. Yeah, it kind of does that. Though it's not nearly as much steam as it would have if I, what's it called? Brain. I forgot how to brain. If I just quick released it right then. So, okay. Thai basil. I love this stuff. I prefer it over real basil sometimes. I need to actually make pesto with it at some point because, oh, it tastes so good. If you've ever seen those, like been to a pho place and seen something like this, that's Thai basil. So, I go to H Mart and like this is only about $3. It's like, I appreciate it, please don't go to extra trouble, especially got enough going on with the wedding. I have 2 fridges. So, yeah, considering, I think I have enough syrup left for only one more of that smoked paprika beer. So I'm gonna have that, and then put the second batch of syrup into that pitcher, which, funnily enough, that's what I originally bought when I was making, what's it called? My sweet tea cider for Audio Dungeon. So, giant stack of Thai basil in the pot, like so. So, obviously this is going to take a while to boil. So that's why we have a magical thing called a lid. You're welcome. I think I put 4 cups of water. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Really hope I did. Hopefully. Since I have time then, I'm going to go ahead and make myself that drink that I was talking about. So, basil can sit right here. And honestly, otherwise it's just going to be in my freezer until I make the second batch. So, considering that, do I have anything going on next weekend? I don't. Meh. We'll figure stuff out. Drinks. Yes. Gonna get myself a beer. And I think I might also be having Viking Alchemist on the stream again. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Next Wednesday. I have to check in with them on that. Especially since I don't know what the heck I'm making. Oh, I only have enough syrup for a couple more ales. Well, I've got smaller containers I can stick that in. All right, so pint glass. Shelby Golden Ale by 6 Bridgets Brewing. And my smoked paprika syrup for when I made Fat Magic themed Dragon's Blush Ale. All right. So, fun fact, 2 ounces equals about 1/4 of a cup. Should be great once I find my measuring cups. All right. Because an ounce equals 2 tablespoons, which is 1/8 of a cup. This uses about 2 ounces of syrup. And this syrup has been made with apple juice, smoked paprika, lapsang souchong tea, and maple syrup. So, tiny wee bit left in there. I'll make another cocktail for my husband at some point. And golden ale. There we are. Chopstick. Makes it all look foamy and beery on the front top. Yeah. All right. Cheers to that. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I think I'll make a thing for the husbeast. If I happen to have any rum left. Did he have the rest of the rum? Have amaretto. Do we have any rum left? Hey babe, did you have the last of the rum? Did you drink the last of the rum? Okay. I was gonna make you a cocktail, but now I'm just gonna make you a tail. Whatever the heck that means. All right. Cup. Should I just add it to there? Is that just rum, or is that something else? Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. Well, you're gonna have a... Wow. I kind of overestimated. Sean Banerjee says, why is the rum gone? Because my husband drank it all. Because I can't have spiced rum anymore. It doesn't like me. So, some rum, ice, and apparently a little bit of cherry flavor. We're not being purists here. And apple juice. There you go. We now have a thing that I just made. Or rather, I can drink spiced rum, just not Costco spiced rum anymore. Holy balls, that's sweet. You'll like it. All right, are we at boil yet? Oh gosh, we are at a boil. Yes, okay. Right, now that it's at a boil, just turn it off. Turn it off and set a timer for about 15 minutes. Like with any kind of good herbal tea, you want it to steep for about 15 minutes to make sure you have extracted all of those volatile oils into your pot. Though I do not recommend doing this with black tea or green tea because then it'll just end up getting all the tannins and being bitter as hell. So, since we only have Thai basil in there, we're good to go. Do you want me to add some bitters to that, my love? You can't hear me. Okay. So, right. Got 30 minutes left on that broccoli, which is fine. We're fine. It's all fine. Is it rising? I don't know if it's rising. Maybe it is. It smells like yeast. I guess it's gonna work. All right, but I think it is probably time for me to at least get the ribs ready to go in the oven. So that I'm going to need big old baking sheet for this last bit. Gonna need some some aluminum foil and hope I have enough. Please be enough. Alrighty. Stay. Alright, and just because I'm paranoid, I'm going to add a layer of cooking spray onto that. Do you need it? I don't know. I'm just paranoid about it. So, okay. Whew. Wow, okay. Our ribs are braised and smelling delicious. Definitely say they're cooked through. But this is the final touch, and that is going to be putting the... barbecue sauce on there and braising that thing. As you can see, it's already kind of falling apart on us, but that's okay. That's good. That means it's going to be super tender and delicious. All right. Now, I've got my barbecue sauce. It's still nice and warm. I'm going to find where the heck my pastry brush ran off to. There we are. And slather the crap out of that. And honestly, the only reason I'm just brushing it on immediately rather than just pouring the darn thing and then hoping for the best is I kind of want to at least get it evenly on this meat. Giggity. Okay. And Sean, before you ask, don't worry, I'm going to send you home with some ribs. So, my husband just gave me a look. No. I know you love barbecue, and I mean, I know I possibly can't eat this whole thing myself. I mean, Carter might. But, since you haven't had my cooking yet, I figured, why the heck not? Alright. That looks beautiful. Alrighty. Just gonna sit there for now. And grab my English muffins. Out of the thing. Whew. See, this is why we're friends. A single rib is to try is more than enough. I don't want Carter getting mad at me. Nice. Okay. All right. So I've got these ribs all slathered and looking pretty. Now. Sorry, what? My husband just said there's just some things you don't take from a man. Okay, so where are we? What was I doing next? I wrote this down. Set on a low broil in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes to desired level of crispiness. All right, let's get the low broil going. And let's heat up my kitchen. Let's see, we've got 9 minutes left on the Thai basil tea. That is delicious. Alrighty, put this away too. Sean says, I agree with Carter. I guard my ribs zealously. Alrighty. Let's go back here. I try to organize my spice arsenal. By the way, in case y'all are wondering, this is my spice arsenal. So, all right. I think it might be heated up, but I'm just gonna give that another minute or so. Whew. All right. And considering I also need to bake up my English muffins on the stovetop, yeah, that gives me time to make another batch of syrup for, what's it called? Thai basil lemonade. Yes. Yay, okay. I have a plan. Kind of. But yeah, I'm just glad that I finally, add more sauce to that actually, I finally, during this summer, get to make myself some goddamn barbecue. So, get a little bit more of that sauce slathered on there. Looks so freaking good. It smells so freaking good. I am excited about how this is gonna taste. Because yeah, I was going to, for this month, do a strawberry smoked brisket based off the Percy Jackson series, but I haven't done that obviously yet. So that's gonna be, I think, mid-August when I make that up. And we're gonna try to have a fire pit with a bunch of other Atlanta D&D folks when we do that, because brisket. I might end up actually making a double batch of brisket. Costco, I've usually seen like full kind of foldable briskets, like full flat, like I'm gonna say 10 to 12 pound briskets on sale, but they haven't been doing that. It's been flat briskets, so we're talking about 5 to 6 pound briskets, which is great because then it actually fits in my smoker. But then I have to like look at the smoking recipes for smoked brisket recipes. I've been looking at and go, okay, I need to make this work. How do I make this work? So, yeah, I'm really excited about that dish. Okay, the broiler should be done. Like, should be, hot enough at this point. So, time to cautiously stick these under the broiler. Set time for about 18 minutes left on my rise. I'm gonna set my phone timer for about 3 minutes because Sean says that they have a full brisket in the deep freeze they'll donate to the cause. I think you've gained some respect in my husband's eyes without having met him yet. All right, clock, timer, 3 minutes, start. But, I mean, I would have to split it in half anyway, so, yeah. But, oh, no, so my parents made us a ton of homemade strawberry preserves, so totally gonna use that. Actually, I've got a jar that's already opened. It is pretty. I am excited. So, there we go. This is the stuff. As you can see, we made quite a dent in it, but my parents also gave me 4 jars of the stuff. And well, yes, I am making English muffins. As soon as they have risen enough, which I'm not. I may have had them in the fridge a little too long. They're rising, kind of. It'll work. I'm probably not just gonna eat. I'm probably, 8 muffins is, or is it 9? No, it's actually 10. Wow. 10 muffins is still not enough for about 3 jars of strawberry jam. So, I'm gonna be using that for fun stuff. Okay. 4 minutes left on my syrup. How much minutes left on my thingy? 1.5 minutes left on our ribs. So, and thank you everyone who's been joining me tonight for tonight's stream. It has been fun so far. It is lovely having a talkative audience tonight, and I'm realizing I need to be doing barbecue more often on the stream. Just the only trouble with barbecue is it's so usually low and slow kind of style cooking. So it's like, okay, I smoked this thing, now we'll make something with it. That makes a little more sense for something like a stream. While the blog posts, I usually tend to reserve for the, I made this thing last night and I have to finish it today, sort of thing. I mean, I guess the English muffins are a little bit of an exception, but still have to wait on that. Like, I'm gonna put this in the marinade, and then we wait 3 days. You gonna stay on the stream with me for that long? No, didn't think so. So, lemonade. Remembering words and things, and word things. That's a thing. Word things. So, tea. Ribs. Okay. Cool. Trivets. Derp. Derp. Nope. Wrong thing. Oven mitt. Oven mitt. Holy oven mitt. Derp. Derp. Cat must avoid. Turning off the broiler. Yes. It's so pretty. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I love it. It looks and smells so good. I'm gonna have to wait for that to cool enough before I can handle and carve that. But it looks so good. Though, maybe if I just split it in half so it fits on the same carving board to let that rest. Hi, Ginger. Can I help you, Princess? If you're wondering who I'm talking to, I am talking to my adorable, deaf, little 22-year-old cat who can't hear me anyway. Hi, baby girl. Hello. Hello. You want to say hi to my follow? You want to say hi? Yeah. My baby girl. You want to say hi to everyone? Let's go on the big camera. You're on top of my microphone right now. This is Ginger. She's my princess. And she's 22 years old. And you're going to go hang out with Daddy for a little bit, okay? There you go. There's my baby girl. Yeah, she has a tendency to trip me off camera. So, yeah, she's a good girl. Okay, where did my thingy go? There it is. All right. I was doing the thing with the thing and the other thing. Let's grab my pretty knife. Yeah, she's adorable. That's my baby girl. Okay. Cool. That's looking pretty damn awesome, not gonna lie. All right, let's tongs this onto my cutting board, where take this foil, yeah, babe, sweetie, I'm gonna need someone with arms, and don't pick that up barehanded. Don't pick that up barehanded. Okay. Oh. Okay. Right. That was messier than I anticipated. Should put that there. Don't need it anymore. This is what I get for trying to conserve materials here. It's like, I'm just gonna flip it over so it'll keep it warm. Doesn't matter that there's all this other grease on top. Okay, there we go. Yes, that was my clown voice. Don't judge me. What am I kidding? Judge me away. Judge away, that's what I'm here for. Alrighty. The ribs are done and keeping warm. The Thai basil tea is ready to make some syrup. Alright. Okay. And now I'm just going to take a clean pair of tongs and get all of this Thai basil out of there. As best as I can see in the dark. There we go. Let's see, how are we doing on time? And I don't need the herb. Okay, we've got about 20 minutes left in our stream. And there's a ginger right next to me, but I've got stuff to do. So with that, I'm actually going to cut tonight's stream short because the ribs are done. I just have to slice them, maybe add a little bit more sauce, but for the most part, done. Now I've got barbecue sauce all over my fingers. Hi, Princess. Say what? Okay. Let me do that. Okay. Let's switch back to our prep board. So, I'm just gonna and peas. Fantastic. Yep. Fell right off the bone. Yeah. We're gonna try not to eat this whole rack between the two of us tonight. We'll try. I'm not sure if we'll succeed or not. No promises. But yeah. With that, I would like to thank you for joining me on tonight's episode of Munchies and Minis. I should be back next week, hopefully back with Viking Alchemist, though I have to check in with them and I have to figure out what the heck I'm making, like you do. But if not, keep an eye on my Patreon. If you happen to be a Patreon subscriber, I will be having the monthly poll as to what recipes I'm going to be doing again this upcoming month, well, August, for Munchies and Minis. That's right, all of the recipes I've done this month, with exception to the Viking Alchemist recipe, have all been voted on by my Patreon subscribers. Strike knows he's my mod, and he's one of my biggest supporters. So, please, 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 keep an eye out for that. Just, like, subscribe. Thank you for joining me on the show, and I mean, the more folks that we have on here, the crazier the chat gets. So, Sean subscribed to me. Yay! Thanks for the like and subscribe. I already knew that you followed, so. Yeah. Right, I have no idea what else to say because I'm, right now I have a giant plate of ribs in front of me that I still need to take some photos of before I devour, like freaking Reese from Beastars. Anyway, have a wonderful night. As always, my name is Catherine Barsonistas. Stay safe, stay sane, stay you. This has been the Gluttonous Geek Presents Munchies and Minis. Have a great night.